Dear students, today our topic of discussion is Wildlife Protection Act 1972 for Class 10 Environmental Education. Let us see what is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Wildlife Protection Act 1972 provides protection to wild animals, birds and plants. It was enacted for protection of plants and animal species. It extends to the whole India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Wildlife as a national resource helps in maintaining the ecological balance and is beneficial from economic, recreational and aesthetic points of view. Due to irrational use of natural and biotic resources, most of the wildlife has been destroyed. It is our urgent duty to protect the ecosystems. Worldwide Fund is the international agency doing commendable work in promoting the protection of wildlife. Let us see some terms and definitions in the following few slides. Some terms and definitions according to the Wildlife Protection Act. Animals includes amphibians, birds, mammals, reptiles and their young, and also includes in the cases of birds and reptiles and their eggs. Animal articles means an article made from any captive animal or wild animal other than vermin, and includes an article or object in which the whole or any part of such animal has been used, an ivory imported from India, and an article made therefrom. The next slide also some terms and definitions. Here hunting includes capturing, killing, poisoning, snaring, trapping of any wild animal and every attempt to do so, driving any wild animal for any purposes, injuring or destroying or taking any part of the body of any such animal, or in the case of wild birds or reptiles, damaging the eggs of such birds or reptiles, or disturbing the eggs or nests of such birds and reptiles. Now in this slide you can see the definition of taxidermy. Taxidermy, with its grammatical variations and cognate expressions, means the curing, preparation or preservation of trophies. So trophy, what is trophy? Trophy means the whole or any part of any captive animal or wild animal other than vermin, which has been kept or preserved by any means, whether artificial or natural, and includes rugs, skins and specimens of such animals mounted in whole or in part through a process of taxidermy, and antler horn, rhinoceros horn, feather, nail, tooth, musk, eggs and nests. In this slide we will know what is uncured trophy, vermin and wildlife. Uncured trophy means the whole or any part of any captive animal other than vermin which has not undergone a process of taxidermy, and includes a freshly killed wild animal, ambergris, musk and other animal products. Vermin means any wild animal specified in the schedule. Wildlife includes any animal, bees, butterflies, crustacean, fish and moths, and aquatic or land vegetation which forms part of any habitat. Some important measures to conserve wildlife: protection and maintenance of natural habitat, creating protected areas such as national park, sanctuaries and biosphere reserves, Introduction of captive breeding programs. Public awareness programs to realize the value of precious wildlife. By reducing pollution, we can protect many species of animals and birds. Protection of wildlife through legal provisions. Cruelty to animals. According to Mahatma Gandhi, morality of a nation can be judged by the way society treats its animals. Abraham Lincoln said, "I am in favor of animals' rights as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human beings. We must treat animals with care and patience, but unfortunately, in the changed social and economic scenario, we have forgotten our obligation towards animals who are as much a part of life on earth as we humans are." Cruelty to animals is the human infliction of suffering upon an animal. It can be for some specific gain, such as for food, fur, entertainment, etc. In India, in spite of many ethical and constitutional bindings, many people show cruel behavior towards animals. Some ways of cruelty to animals. How we can see cruelty or cruel behavior towards animals. Cruelty to animals has been seen in the following way: used in laboratories, reared for fur industry, used in zoo and circus, kept in cages, killed as stray animals, overloaded and beaten. Some measures to stop cruelty. Some measures to stop cruelty to animals are: the ethical organizations work for the welfare of animals, animal lovers all over the world raising their voice for the rights of animals. In India, legal protection is offered to animals. We should take care of animals and encourage other people for the same. Adoption of some animals to take care of them. Enforcement of laws or acts for the welfare of stray animals. Some instances of exploitation. Some instances of the exploitation and excesses perpetrated on the animals are given below. In some South Indian countries, dog, cat and snake are killed for meat. In some parts of India, teeter bird is being hunted for meat. In horse races, horses are forced to run, where many of them succumb to injuries or even dead. In circus, animals are treated as slaves. These animals are not only lost their natural habitat, but also are compelled to do the feats according to the demand and need of the circus people. Then snake charmers and jugglers use animals and made them to do the job as per their interest and even torture them. Bullock's cart and such other carts where animals are used to pull the cart is against the morality. Some loopholes of environmental acts and policies. It is a common knowledge that in spite of sufficient legislation to prevent and control environmental pollution, violations of the acts take place. Thus, these acts and laws are not honored in practice unless pursued vigorously by the individuals or organizations. The best way to protect environment is to create more and more awareness among the masses through radio, TV, newspapers and magazines. Formation of environment groups and eco-societies in towns and cities should be encouraged by providing funds by the government. Posters and banners giving information on important topics should be displayed at public offices frequented by the people. Some pathways for effective implementation of acts and laws. Some ways how we can spread awareness among the people these are the pathways. So quiz contest, essay competition, debates and declamation contest on environmental topics should be organized at various levels. Although there is a general ban on the use of polythene bags, they continue to be used. Strict compliance in this matter should be ensured by the authorities. Garbage bags should be distributed to the household by the municipal authorities to ensure proper disposal. More funds and means should be provided to municipal authorities to collect refuse from the dumping spots to sanitary repairs. Environment courts should be established on regional basis to handle environmental disputes and cases. Some bonus policy should be framed to reward industries that are taking steps to prevent pollution. Thank you for listening carefully.